When it comes to Ninja Storm connections, there's been a whole lot of activity that's been going on as of late on Twitter. You may have seen some of it, you may have been a part of it, or you maybe just clicked on this video because the game is released and you're curious what I'm talking about. I guess we can call this the pre-release experience for Ninja Storm Connections, because a whole lot of stuff just happened before we were even able to see the trailer for this game, much less have it drop on PC and console. Hell, originally a lot of people were going to think that this was going to be a mobile game due to the name Connections. Nevertheless, one man is the focus of all this drama when it comes to Storm Connections, and he is known as Senju in Japan. A lot of people went to Senju for information because whenever he tweeted about the game, he always made it seem as if he had more info on the game than was publicly known, which caused a lot of hype. And when people would make videos on Storm Connections, or Storm 5 at this time, a lot of people would even quote his tweets and show them off in videos. However, towards the end of February in 2023, a lot of things would change thanks to the State of Play event from PlayStation. We finally had our first looks at the game through the official announcement trailer, and it was met with a lot of criticism, both towards the game and Senju himself. After some apologies and a few days had passed, Senju stated on Twitter that he will no longer leak anything on the game, but instead provide a different form of content while waiting for official statements and videos from Bandai and other known sources. A few months has passed, and this seems to be the case. He's still covering the game normally, but instead of dropping leaks himself, he's actually calling people out on their leaks. And despite taking a huge hit to his credibility, he still has a decent following on both YouTube and Twitter. As for the community behind the game, this is probably the most interesting mixed bag I've ever seen when it comes to a game. It doesn't matter if you're a hardcore Storm fan or if you're coming from games like Shinobi Striker. It doesn't matter if you're another viewer on Twitch or YouTube or if you're a content creator yourself. You could be supporting this game ever since you saw the trailer back in February. You could have slowly grown into loving this game over time, or you're still hating on this game calling it a $70 standalone DLC, or $100 if you get that inevitable deluxe edition. Regardless of this though, people are still going after Senju, and that's the thing that I don't understand. And if it's not Senju you're going after, it's the coin flip we get when it comes to the marketing for this game. Because for every moment they show off a combat tweak or a new roster addition, we also get moments where they needlessly mention that Boruto is going to be facing down basic kunai, or show off their intelligence by not being able to differentiate Anbu and Akatsuki Itachi. In fact, I've seen better marketing from us as content creators rather than the people who actually work on the game themselves. I guess that's the reason we're also known as social media influencers. Think back to the time when fixed Shinobi Striker was a big deal. A lot of people were on Twitter asking for the game to be fixed and even making videos on it for their channel. Sure, we may only have some messages on the board that says people got banned or a somewhat useless report feature in the game, but they did notice that we were asking for this game to be fixed, and these changes more than likely would not have been made had we have not done this movement. Content creators were not at each other's throats at this time, but instead, we worked together towards a common goal. So instead of taking jabs at each other on Twitter, why don't we work together to try to market this game better than the teams behind the game are doing? Because at the end of the day, the audience has a much better connection with us content creators than they do the online matches for Shinobi Striker as of late, much less Bandai and CyberConnect. Even I have had issues with Shinobi Striker content creators like HD2K and Ernie Burns, just to name a couple. However, when I look back at it to this day, it's just stupid and petty shit that didn't even need to happen. So if any of you guys are watching this video right now, I do apologize for any issues we have had in the past. I'm not expecting any of us to collab together or even talk at this point, but if you guys want to, you know where to find me. I'm not that hard to get into contact with. So now you might be asking, why did I make this video? Well, I guess it's a way to preserve a little bit of history and show how we got here. Not to mention, I'm hoping we can set our sights towards creating better content for this game, rather than trying to go after each other on Twitter. I don't necessarily have any plans to cover content on Storm Connections right now, or even in the future, but I just wanted to touch up on this topic being a part of the Naruto gaming community. Focus on the game and not each other's past mistakes. When the game finally drops, you can fight each other on the sticks rather than on a keyboard. Unless you're playing this game on a keyboard, in which case, please go to your nearest Walmart and get yourself a controller. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video, the next stream, whatever it may be. Peace out, everyone.